Wow, when you come out of the rocks and you see the view of the village for the first time and the river and the walls, it's just mind-blowing. It's just one of those things, and to think that it's right here in the capital. So guys, when you think of Madrid, you probably think of the Plaza Mayor, you know, busy tapas bars, busy streets, the Gran Via. You probably don't think of a mountainous wonderland full of beautiful villages, nature walks through the forests, and a whole bunch of snow. But 1 hour north, that's what there is from Madrid, and that's where we are today.
There's some snow here, but it's not all. There's lots more there, and it's coming. Winter is coming. But it's not only snow. This is a destination for Madrileños in summer. You come here, you have a swim in one of the lovely pozas, the lovely natural swimming pools. It's a great place.
And hang on, the mountains are famous for flamenco in the snow, right?
Always. It's got a sound that is great.
Ole. So we're in the car park of the Puerto de Cotos, the Cotos mountain path, and this is actually a skiing destination. The snow hasn't quite come down yet. You can see it up in the mountains there behind me, but there's a Venta here, which is an old mountain inn that's been around for a long time. We're gonna go and get some breakfast, see what the tortilla is like. You might be wondering, hang on, you say you're in Madrid, but this doesn't look like a city. Madrid's a city, isn't it? Well, Madrid is also a region, and so we're in the northern limits. We're right on the northern border of the region.
So within a month or so, this place will be full of skiers. And it's kind of weird for me to think that this is in Madrid. It's not really my experience of Madrid, like for many of you guys probably. And I'm not really the skiing time. I've actually never skied in my life. And to think that within a month there's gonna be all this snow here and all these people, and there's like a skiing school that I can see signs of, it's just unbelievable.
Okay, so perfect. Here we have a map. So here is Madrid, the city, and here's the mountain range, the Guadarrama mountain range, and we're right up here, right near the highest peak, I think, Peñaladas. And how's the tortilla in the mountain pass, Yoly?
Well, you know, it's a good one. I think you can get it in Mercadona. $2.50.
Supermarket tortilla. So nothing like a bit of adventure on one of our holidays. So the famous old monastery that we're going to visit, it turns out it's closed on Tuesdays. So we're going to visit it tomorrow, but we are going to go and explore the surrounding areas because it's kind of cool. But the other thing is, the parking lot is closed as well. So we've had to park up right up on the side of the road. Now we're going to walk about 1 kilometer through nature, right?
Yeah. What happened?
It's closed, as we thought. We'll be back tomorrow. El Paular, you don't get away from us that easy. So one of the things I love about exploring this area and areas like this is it's full of history. You know, you find this little ruined something, maybe a mill that the monks used here beside the river. And I just think what went on here, you know, and another thing about these mountains and the kind of mysteries they hold is there was a lot of activity here during the Spanish Civil War. And actually in 1937, you'll possibly know that Hemingway came to Spain to report on the Spanish Civil War. And 3 years later, he wrote For Whom the Bell Tolls. And that book is set in this mountain range in the Guadarrama Mountains. It's an American who joins the international brigades to fight against Franco. You know, I think of soldiers creeping through these forests, and I don't know, it just my imagination goes wild.
Welcome.
So we sat down and the guy put down the menu. I was like, oh, menu, it's big. And I was going to flip it around to find the menu. It's just a massive QR code. So
Which defeats the purpose of having a QR code.
Doesn't,
the point
yeah, because you're not supposed to
things.
touch the thing. So I'm sure the food's going to be great though. That's their expertise. Yeah. You got the salad, Yoly, I guess? Or
I got the salad, vegetarian dish. I'm feeling especially healthy this week.
Yeah.
I got the matanza dish, the judías, so beans, pig beans, with matanza meat, so meat that comes from slaughtering the pig. So it's a blood sausage, chorizo, and pork belly.
Pork belly.
Very, very healthy and vegetarian.
Yeah, that will sustain you for about 3 years.
I know.
Yeah, good salad. Let me show you the taxonomy of a Spanish salad. This is a perfect ensalada mixta. So we have hard-boiled egg, we have tomato, we have lettuce, we have some sort of fish on top, we have corn, we have onion, and we have manzanilla olives.
Really?
So that is the only salad available in Spain.
No,
And I love it.
come on.
It's true. There's no other salad in this country. So fresh.
Oops.
What did I do?
James just spilled my last dregs of wine on me. So I'm gonna do an old trick, which is just spreading salt on the wine stain. Just patting, and it will leave a stain, but I don't know, at least I will have tried.
I mean, it was in the service of trying to get a great shot of Yoly's blood sausage that I spilt the wine all over her, so I feel like that's okay. Anyway, let's keep eating. Oh, Ed, look at that. The Highlands of Madrid.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought there was water like that?
From the subway.
Yeah. And so driving along the road, we just came across one of these reservoirs, the embalses that they have here in the mountains of Madrid, which is where our drinking water comes from the dammed river. I mean, they're really impressive. Again, this is Madrid. It's not what people expect. And I think, you know, Yoly and I wanted to get up here because we want to get into nature. And it makes me think about the plants we have at home in our new home that we keep killing, and we want to figure out how to care for them better. So you guys will know I've spoken about Skillshare before, an online learning platform that's just great for curious and creative people like us, like you. Well, they're sponsoring this video, so I thought I would just mention them here. So if you don't know what it is, Skillshare is a great place to develop new skills, to deepen current interests, and also get lost in creativity. And in our case, stop killing plants. And so we were both, Yoly and I, doing this course by this guy called Christopher Griffin, or Plant Queen. And he has helped us understand how we can grow our plants indoors at home. I mean, it's really been a great course. And so one of the things I love is he says to you, there's no such thing as a green thumb. You can grow, anybody can grow plants, just depending on the space that you have and the time that you have. But I know, Yoly, for you, it's been a big deal. So give me the camera.
I mean, he is great. You just learn to take really good care of your plants. He kind of helps you set up caring schedule, right? So I never know which plants have been watered already, which plants are about to die from thirst. So he really helps you set that up, and he also teaches you how to read your plant, so the signs that the plant gives you in terms of the leaves and all of that. So it's been really great for us moving into the new house, and I really recommend the course.
So guys, if you're looking to fend off boredom or focus on self-care through creativity or join a wonderful learning community, I mean, it's a place where you can get inspired by other co-learners. It's just a wonderful place. Then the first 1,000 people to click the link in our description will get a free trial to Skillshare Premium membership. And after that, it's about $10 a month. So check it out. Join us there. Yoly?
Yeah?
Should we go for a swim?
Yeah!
Let's do it.
You sure though? It's a bit cold
Really?
to have a swim, you know, almost December now.
All right, let's go to the hotel.
So which one you want?
Left or right? What's up with the European thing of like the single beds and the double bed rooms?
I always insist to get a matrimonio, a double bed.
I thought you were going to say you always insist on getting 2 single beds.
No.
Because we seem to always get them. Guys, welcome to Rascafría, one of the bigger towns here, just in the folds of the mountains. There's a beautiful crisp air. And this is one of the 2 villages we're going to visit this weekend. Tomorrow we're going to Buitrago del Lozoya, which is this beautiful medieval place with these walls from the 11th century, the full deal. But now that I'm seeing it, Yoly, I do have one question for you.
Right.
As well as requesting single beds in the hotels, did you also request views of the cemetery?
Like I always do.
I love it. I look forward to waking up to that in the morning. It's going to kind of keep our minds on the great beyond, keep us grounded, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's freshen up. Should we get a drink?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
And we'll see you guys in the morning to show you around. Whew, So after yesterday's beautiful blue skies and quite warm, today's nippy, right?
Oh yeah, nippy.
So this town, Rascafría, is really kind of a staging point for a lot of people who come here to ski, to go on walks. There's this beautiful river running through it. Is this the Lozoya?
This is the Lozoya, indeed.
Indeed. But we're not doing any of that. We're going to go and get coffee. And then we're going to see if we can get into that monastery that so rudely closed yesterday. And we're going to see if we can film, if we're allowed. We don't have permission, so we'll see. So we're a day early, guys. I looked, and on Friday, in 2 days, it's going to snow all week. And so this is just going to be a winter wonderland. So maybe we can come back, Yoly.
Yeah, maybe we come back.
All right, breakfast, and then let's hit that monastery. So we got in touch with the monastery quite late last week, so we don't know if we're going to have permission to film. It's a bit touch and go, right?
It's a little bit vague, but we're going to try our hardest and be our nicest.
Yoly's in charge of being nice. Look at it. It's pretty impressive, though. So, and I've heard it's really impressive inside. So let's see if we're lucky. Let's go. But we were allowed in, and Gonzalo showed us around. I'll be honest, touring monasteries doesn't necessarily excite me that much, but this place is astounding. Only 7 Benedictine monks live in the sprawling buildings, and they give the actual tours themselves. When they're not showing visitors around, they make liqueur, produce their own cheese, and farm local trout. And you can even sleep here, as long as you're okay with a minimum 3-day stay and prayers at least 3 times a day. We visited their simple dining quarters, beautiful hallways covered in talavera tile, and finally came to the holiest of holies, La Capilla del Sagrario, a mind-blowing 18th century chapel that's covered in marble bling. Okay, so we've arrived in Buitrago del Lozoya, one of the most beautiful villages here in the Sierra, in the mountains, and it's surrounded by an original 11th century Moorish wall and then wrapped around with the Lozoya River. Very perfect defensive position here.
But before we get all medieval, there is a curiosity that you need to see if you come. In Buitrago del Lozoya, there is a Picasso museum.
Oh my God.
So, Picasso's barber was from here, from Buitrago del Lozoya, and they met in exile when they were both living in the south of France. And so there is a museum here with all the little gifts and knickknacks that Picasso gave his barber throughout the years. A lot of the drawings carry Picasso's signature, of course, and they're dedicated to his friend Eugenio Arias. So we can see it here for my friend Arias and his wife. Couldn't quite remember the wife's name. And Arias here as well, the surname.
And what a generous man, right? He gave them all away.
I know. Well, you know, in Spanish you say, quien tiene un amigo tiene un tesoro. He who has a friend has a treasure. And in the case of Eugenio Arias, tell you what.
So one of the things about Buitrago del Lozoya is you can come up here on the battlements of the medieval wall. The actual medieval area is pretty small, but these walls were originally 11th century Moorish, and then the town was captured by the Christians. There's also a castle which was built on the original Moorish castle. That's actually in ruins at the moment. I think when Napoleon invaded in the 19th century, it was really destroyed, and they're slowly working on making it something you can visit again. There's also the original church, and I remember when Yoly and I were last here, we were here at, was it twilight? We walked around the medieval area at twilight. But here's the thing, and this is what we're going to do after we grab a bite to eat, is to go onto the other side of the river, and there is incredible views of the village from up there from a lookout, and those were magical. And make sure you go up to the top tower where they have a very cool medieval weapons display. Great for Dungeons and Dragons fans.
Yeah. Dream come true for you.
Yeah. Yoly, you want a house in a pueblo?
How much would that be?
60,000 euros.
I was gonna say, 60, 70. To do it upper big time, so
Tell you what.
don't pay more than 50,000.
And although the castle's in a state of disrepair, there's something magical about that. Yeah, it'd be great when they finish it, but you can see it almost as this living thing. There's this house that's been built into the side, it looks like, just sort of using the castle to lean against. And this whole strip, it conjures up the perfectly fortified medieval town. Something out of the storybooks, literally. So this stuff gets me really excited, as you can see. Hey, look, this one's for sale.
Okay, so given the vicinity to the castle, I will let you pay 60,000 for this one.
Castle's being done up, but you can buy a house stuck to the castle in Spain.
How about that?
Castle adjacent. Salud, mi amor.
Cheers.
The Buitrago.
The Buitrago del Lozoya.
La Sierra. So though it's the middle of winter, Yoly, we are not sitting inside, right?
No, we are not. You know, COVID time, so always eating al fresco if we can.
All right.
Even with this cold.
How are the croquetas?
Yummy.
Yeah?
Delicious. And if it gets a bit cold,
Gloves on.
gloves on, no problem.
Yeah, because if you go into the restaurant, guys, into the asador, it is heaving in there. So with all the aerosols and everything going on, kind of feels safer out here. Plus it's in the sun. With our barrel, with our wild mushrooms, with our croquetas de cocido,
With a vitamin D.
everything, it's healthier out here. And then we're gonna walk up to the lookout, see if we can find it. We did it once before and it was beautiful up there. So getting our energy and then it's lookout time.
Dessert.
I got hungry, guys, so I decided to order one more dish. Torreznos. Guys, cheap wine, fried pork belly, on a barrel, in the middle of winter, standing in the middle of the village square. There are a few things better in life. Tell you what. So to get to the lookout, you've got to cross this bridge, which I believe is originally 13th century, rebuilt a couple of hundred years ago. And there's beautiful views of the fortified walls right down to the river. And then you just got to keep following the highway and head up into the bushes. Okay, you go through this.
Yeah, easy.
We will make sure the directions to get to the lookout are in the description because it's not well marked, as you can see. Ahora subir.
Why do you always get me into these things? I want to have a cup of coffee at the restaurant right now.
Okay, the cup of
No,
coffee will taste even better because of this. There you are. Impressive, huh?
Wow, unbelievable. So beautiful. The water is so shiny. Gorgeous.
Should we take a seat? Rest?
Yeah. Thanks for bringing me here.
My pleasure. I bet you'd never have thought that this was in Madrid.
I know.
A village surrounded by fortified walls, a river.
I never thought it was here.
Yoly didn't know, I brought her here. No, she knew. You guys should come here. If you're in Madrid and you want to explore a little more, do it. And check out these videos that are appearing somewhere around Yoly's head probably, or to the left of mine, and keep exploring Spain with us. So, see you in the Sierra de Madrid, guys.
Ciao.
Ciao.